Morning, I'm Dick Gager. I'm a recovering alcoholic.
He did.
The date of my sobriety is November 14th, 1978. A couple of days ago, and that would have been 41 years. I've got that figured out. And I'm also a member of Al-Anon and have been for the last 10 years. And I'm also a cancer survivor for the past 10 years also. My cancer is in remission. Real quick bio, I grew up in St. Paul, attended St. Paul Central, played 3 sports, was a good student, went on to Penn State to walk-on football. That didn't work out very well. Came back to Minnesota and I ran track for 1 year at the university. I entered the engineering school at the university and then graduated after 5 years. One of the nice things for me is that I graduated debt-free because I had 3 years of scholarships from Minnesota Mining, and that was really a blessing. Got married, got drafted, did my tour of duty in the Army, came home and entered the architectural engineering business with my father. I learned at that particular point that day drinking was okay and was social, and that fit right into my program. After a few years of business success and of course drinking, my employees thought that it was to their best interest and my best interest that they buy my interest in the company out, and I concurred with that idea because that would give me more free time. Then a couple of things happened, a number of things happened. Is that ended up getting divorced, ended up having several drinking episodes with the law. No arrest. That was pretty good back in those days. I had full-time jobs after that that I worked half-time. Having a full-time job and working half-time to me fit right into my program also. Because the other half of the time I was able to do my normal drinking, and of course that went on for a period of time. In May of 1978, I encountered a lady in Al-Anon. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing at the time, but I ended up attending my first AA meeting in late July of 1978, and then into outpatient in November of 1978, and obviously that's contributed to my time in sobriety. Fast forward. Over that period of time, I've attended many meetings, many groups, been a part of many groups, helped form some of them. And about 15 years ago, a sponsee of mine, Coach Glenn Somner, brought me to the Recovery Church. And I've told this story before. I met him out in the parking lot up on Jackson and had a nice sport coat on and a nice tie on. I looked pretty good. He said, "Get rid of the sport coat, get rid of the tie, we're going to church." that brought me into church, and Glenn was a great friend of mine. He was a great sponsee and a great friend of this church. He passed away about 4 years ago. What's new and current for me? Today I continue in my consulting business. I'm active in sports. I still play handball 3 times a week, which is a miracle in itself. And I've played at the world level, the national level, and at the state level in the past numbers of years. I continue my meetings. I go to a number of meetings a week. I go to 1 or 2 Al-Anon meetings, and I go to 2 or 3 AA meetings a week, and I participate in the Recovery Church here, which I think has been a blessing for me. And I would suggest anybody that is getting along in their years of maturity, which I am, continue participation, because it's healthy, and it also brings me to a point of, and will bring you to a point of serenity and a point of peace. I continue to sponsor, and I continue my recovery, I continue in recovery, and I continue my support of the Recovery Church. And I was blessed to be one of the original elders when we moved from Jackson to the Berean and then back here, which is now some 10 and a half years ago. It seems like it was yesterday, but that's worked out pretty good. I see Bob walking, but that's okay. I told him I was going to finish my program anyway. But I do like to close with a message that I've repeated many, many times, and that is that without the anticipation of better things to come, we will have no heart for the journey. And I actually believe in this. I say this again. Without the anticipation of better things to come, we will have no heart for the journey. And I'm still on my journey. Thank you very much.